So I ended up falling asleep at around 4 p.m. and I woke up at roughly 8 p.m. So too late to get something to eat at Harrison Dining Hall. I used this pen to open this ultimately, using this point to poke a hole. The root beer beef strip tastes pretty good. Though in a way, so far, I've tried these flavors. So far, second round, third round, on earlier days. This is a Swiss roll that I believe Dad got from Wegmans the other day. Little Debbie Swiss roll. Today was the day of my Spanish quiz in chapters 12 and 13. I correctly assumed that it would quiz me on the subjunctive mood. So I did some studying for that. However, I did studying on Quizlet on the Chapter 13 vocab, and it turns out that wasn't part of the Spanish Chapter 12-13 quiz. It was just a single page front and back, pretty much entirely on the VHL Central interactive grammar tutorials. Oddly enough, I closed down this game for quite a while due to today's Spanish quiz. I'm actually going to have to accept an offer from the wholesaler or two to make sure that I don't hit my limit of coins. Though I can't quite say the same for my supplies. At 9 in the morning, actually I keep thinking it's 9 in the morning, but it's actually at 9:30 in the morning, I had my African politics class, during which I was present the whole time, but I did some further studying on the Chapter 13 vocab and subjunctive mood off of Quizlet and VHL Central, respectively. I left the 20-minute quiz taking the whole time to try and ensure that I do as well as I can. Initially, I was concerned that I was going to run out of time before I was able to complete the whole quiz, even though it was just a page and a half, essentially, with a single page front and back. I would have thought of getting food from Tracks. But then I fell asleep again. Waking up at around 11 at night. Probably close to midnight now. But I prepared this before midnight and started filming before midnight. So it still counts. Currently upgrading this workshop to level 15. The rest of Spanish class was spent on writing a sort of review for that article with the La Casa de Papel show image on it. It turned out that article was about how I scratched myself at the end of art class, a visual art experience class, when I was putting away my tool bag away for the third time because it turned out I had overlooked a tool. The second time I overlooked the cork that you put on. Typically, the tool you use to score, but I've also used that tool for cutting the clay. The root beer strip came from this, which Mom got me on Valentine's Day, but the meat's still good because it's essentially beef jerky with some kind of sauce on them. La Profesora de Arte really helped me to get the base I had made yesterday of my shoe look significantly closer to my actual shoe. Excuse me. I'm hoping that this means she's been able to show me how to look closely at things in order to make better art. Ultimately. I took that class and I hope that would improve my ability to make styrofoam block drawings, and it seems that it has. In particular, for lunch, I had broccoli, some pepper steak pita, and some lobster bisque from Harrison Dining Hall. As I'm not entirely sure if I took a photo of my lunch today or not. I invested those 10 knowledge points I had when I first opened up Elvinar, which was pretty much the last thing I did before starting this recording, was invest them into the Endless Excavation Ancient Wonder. I think all of my current Ancient Wonders are currently at level 2 or higher. Except maybe this one. Yeah, this one's still at level 1. Though it might not be worthwhile to invest in that Ancient Wonder for the time being. I scratched myself on some part of the lock to the locker. for my original shoe and my clay shoe Trojloy tool bag. In the middle of that art class today, at roughly 2:45 p.m., I would imagine, I had pretty much completely forgotten about that French term for essentially tricking the eye, as it literally means. I had to be told the pronunciation again in order to remember it. What I tried to say prior to that was nothing like the original.